All right, I'm back at it again. Boots put on a good performance against Zayas, man. He's a young, strong lion. One thing you guys gotta understand is a lot of you casuals really, again, y'all niggas ain't never threw a fucking punch in your life. Never got punched in your face. So you don't know shit about boxing really at all. You're just casuals, you know? He seems a little lax. I think it was like round 3. He got clipped. He didn't get dropped. You know what I mean? But Boots was fucking around playing. He was gonna he was going for the knockout early. And again, for you casuals that don't know shit about boxing, sometimes in the sport it comes with the territory to get hit. But same as a street fight, it doesn't matter. Sometimes in the sport, you gotta give up something to get some. You know what I mean? You gotta take something to give some. So you got to take a couple punches to see, because you're making your opponent feel confident in certain ways if you're trying to set up a knockout and shit like that. But people on there going crazy on the comments trying to shit on Boots. I was never a Boots fan because I didn't know much about him, but I started watching the guy, and as he gradually fights, he didn't even fight that much, but as me seeing him fight and take fights step by step, I'm gaining respect for him. It was the same with Crawford, because Crawford ain't fight no fucking body in his career. That's a fact, except for they was injured. But I know Crawford is a legit, he's an elite fighter. You know what I mean? And if we really want to talk about what happened, the whole facts are, once Crawford beat Earl Spence, which none of us thought he was going to do, except for, the fanboys and the writers, and I still thought Spence was drunk. But once I seen the fight, I realized Crawford he has a little more tools in his bag than Spence had, and his speed was above Spence. So I feel like Crawford would have beat Spence no matter what, whether Spence he did fight him drunk, but even if Spence was sober, he just wouldn't have got dropped that many times. He would have definitely lost the fight. That's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? We can't take nothing for Crawford because he does have his skills, and that's something you can't take from him. But the real truth is he vacated that fucking belt. He was supposed to fight Boots after he beat Earl Spence. Crawford vacated that belt for a reason. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can feel what y'all want. He vacated the shit for a fucking reason. Now, when you see Boots, I still don't think Boots can beat Crawford. But whatever, maybe Crawford don't have that confidence in himself. I think it would be a good challenge for Crawford. It would be you know what I mean? He got the most to lose. It would be a good fight. I got Crawford winning that shit by decision as well. Knockout, stoppage, nah. I think he'd be winning it by decision, but it would be a good fight. End of the day, man, y'all got to put respect on that man Boots' name. He fought a young, hungry lion that you just like Canelo was when Mayweather whipped that ass, not when everyone else beat him, which year was already done. So, but I think Boots need to get one more legitimate fight under his belt. Even Fundora would be a good one. Fundora would give him issues, but he needs to go ahead and beat Berger Ortiz the fuck up. Beat Ortiz the fuck up, so you dummies that, again, don't know shit about boxing can see it and be proven wrong. But when if he fights Fundora, he'll fight 2 before Crawford, that's 1. But Crawford didn't even fuck with Fundora. He just skipped the line because he's a bigger dude and he was weight bullying anyway. But I hope he fights Ortiz, whoop that ass, and then maybe get the Crawford fight. So we shall see, Tune in, man. Follow boxing, see what it brings. Y'all have a good night.